Hello friends, Recap Legends here. Today I am going to explain a recently launched movie, named Megaboa. Spoiler ahead, watch out, and take care. The movie starts with two men, who were chasing a pig through a dense forest. Meanwhile, at the same time a very big snake, named Megaboa, comes and catches one of them and eats it. Seeing such a big snake in front of him, another person gets scared and runs away from there to his boat, but gets sad seeing his boat broken and hides in the forest due to the fear of that snake. After this, the next scene shows a helicopter in this forest. Inside the helicopter, there was a research team of 6 people. A doctor was leading their team and they put a camp there. They were talking at night and the man, waking, arrives and a girl from their team points a gun at him. Then he tells them the whole story that what has happened to him in the forest, but he doesn't tell them anything about the Megaboa. The doctor says to Waking that the helicopter will arrive to pick us up the day after tomorrow. Till then you can stay with us, but they haven't any extra tents, so the man sleeps near the beach. The next morning, the doctor starts shouting while wearing his shoes. A poisonous spider emerges from his shoes after biting the doctor. The students were trying to facilitate the doctor, but Waking arrives there and says that he must be bitten by a poisonous spider, and if they are not treated within 36 hours, they will die. Then the doctor calls the helicopter headquarters and talks to the receptionist and claims that a poisonous spider has bitten him, so send a helicopter immediately, but the receptionist tells them that the weather is very bad right now, so the helicopter will go the next day only. Listening to the receptionist, Waking tells her about herbal flower, but for this, they have to go to the mid of the forest. After this, all the people start going toward the forest in search of that flower, but one of the girls from the team says I will stay with the doctor. The others move into the forest with Waking to find the flower and they reach the mid of the forest and see the tree of the flower. Everyone gets shocked except for Waking, because there were many snakes on that tree. Then, Waking says, we must pluck the flower without disturbing the snakes. Then one of the boys in their team gets ready to climb up the tree. But suddenly, the Megaboa snake arrives there and the research team gets surprised to see such a massive snake. They've never seen such a massive snake before, so they run being scared, and when they become tired, they stop at a place and start to talk about the Megaboa snake. Meanwhile, they notice that one of their team members wasn't with them and they start calling him. The team member also realized that he got separated from his group. Suddenly, he hears a voice and hides being scared, but the Megaboa snake takes him away and devours him on another side. On the other hand, Waking forbids them to make noise and they plan to go to that tree again because they have seen their companion there. Here Waking says that he has a tranquilizer due to it. If Megaboa comes in front, he can distract it. Then a girl says I also have a flare gun with 3 bullets and I also can distract the big snake, but the other girl from their team was frightened and wasn't ready to go there. She also gets ready to go with them because what she can do alone. On the other side, the girl who stayed with the doctor used to call again and again, but no pilot was ready to bring his helicopter here. The scene in the headquarters is shown and a pilot comes to the receptionist and becomes furious at her and says, why did she give them a helicopter to go? That is a dangerous place, but the girl says, they have to do some research there and they also have given a good amount for the helicopter, and the pilot gets ready to go even though he has dropped this job many years ago. After this, the scene in the forest is shown and Waking has reached the tree with his companions. A boy from their team tries to climb up the tree and the girl fire with the flare gun to hit Megaboa, but she failed to hit the snake. Then, Waking attacks it with his tranquilizer gun on the neck of Megaboa, and due to this, the dead body of their companion comes out of the mouth of the big snake. Seeing it, the boy climbing up the tree falls down and they move far while running. On losing one of the team members of the researcher, Waking says that I have dynamite and we have to take revenge on the big snake for our companion's death, and at the same time we have to pluck that flower too, so that we can save the life of the doctor. The girl gets shocked hearing this and asks, what were you doing in this forest with dynamite? He claims there are big or small problems in this forest, and the girl claims that you already knew about the snake. You brought us here willingly and become furious at waking. Now they decide they will return to their camp without waking. But he says you can't return without me as there is danger everywhere and traps fixed by hunters. The boy from the team asks him to go with them but waking doesn't want to go back because he wants to become famous while ending the big snake, and for this, he also asked for help from them, but they leave him there and move for their camp. Waking says you have an hour and I know you will be back after an hour for help. Then the scene shifts toward the doctor, who was with the teen girl, and says to her that, I have seen a flare in the sky. On hearing this, the girl checked while flying her drone camera but everything was normal. Suddenly, she sees the big snake in her camera. On another side, the three team members move forward without waking. But suddenly they saw many snakes that were huge in size, and they also see many traps on the way. So they run behind and reached for waking again. Now the boy from the team becomes injured and can't climb up the tree. So, waking decides to blast the tree with the dynamite. But as soon as waking blows up that tree through dynamite, Megaboa comes there, swallowing the boy standing nearby. But somehow the girl on it picks up a broken flower and starts running away from there. The big snake was also chasing them, and they reach a cave while running, and a girl sees some drawings on the wall and understands a story while seeing those drawings. She discovers when the big snake leaves its skin, the tribe people attacked it and they used to kill such types of big snakes. But suddenly, a very big spider comes out of that cave and attacks them. Seeing such a big spider, a girl tries to kill that spider by burning it with a flare gun. But that spider still tries to attack by chasing them. But suddenly, the big snake that comes in front of the spider, and there was a fight between them, and getting a chance from it, waking runs with the girls. They move forward and find an ancient lab of 1956. There was a chemical pond outside the lab, and waking was telling them if someone will fall here mistakenly his skin will be removed. On another side, the doctor has also left the base camp with the girl and finds the shoe of the boy of their research team on the way. Waking comes to a lab with the girls and finds small snakes there, but they set them on fire while cutting them. Due to it, the whole lab catches fire and they can't even go outside because there was a big snake outside. Waking plans that you both will escape and I will distract the snake, and they do the same. The girls reach the flying tower when waking was distracting the snake. Waking also runs towards the tower, but the big snake has also come behind him and attacks Waking when they were running from there, but by mistake, Waking falls on the chemical pond along with Megaboa snake. Meanwhile, the doctor also arrives with the girl. They get shocky to see the big snake in that pond, and they see the other girls on their research team and try to call them. Their happiness doesn't last for long because the big snake comes out of the pond without skin. It moves to attack the doctor, but the girl of the research team, who had seen the drawing in the cave, remembers the story, which was behind the drawing. How the tribe people end it when the Megaboa snake removes its skin. Now the girls attack the snake due to its skin starts cutting and it becomes furious. It devours a girl, but she stabs its mouth while going inside and attacks its brain, and the Megaboa snake dies because of it. The girl comes out somehow and the girls see the condition of the doctor was getting worse. The girl crushes the orchid flower and gives it to the doctor to devour. The doctor becomes fine because of it. Meanwhile, the pilot is shown in the helicopter who said that he will go for their help. They moves from the island alive and move in the helicopter, but their team was of 6 members and only 4 were left. The other 2 were devoured by the big boa snake, but another big boa snake arrives on the island when they left. It engulfs the dead snake's body. This movie ends with it. Thank you for your time. Like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.